Hello, this is the TradeSite US Stocks and Futures Market Preview for the week beginning Sunday, April 17th, 2022, ending Friday, April 22nd. However, we did have a bank holiday on Monday, the 18th, for most of the world, so it was a little slow, and we knew it would be. So we're just now starting to get into the market preview. Here's a look at the US dollar index daily chart to start. We've got new highs, obviously. Interest rates on the rise, dollar getting stronger, kind of what you would generally expect in life. Let's look at the euro dollar index. The euro dollar itself was near lows. Pound dollar is similar. Obviously, we swept the lows and bounced a little bit. It is what it is. When we look at the Aussie dollar, which that's really it, like off the highs by a lot, and there's that. Let's look at the intra-week action on the pound dollar to start with. So the pound, the whole week is, and by the way, I got to scoot this over so you can only see like last week. Remember, there was a holiday on Friday here in the U.S., although it was a late move because the rest of the world wasn't on holiday. It was pretty thin. But high to low for the week is only 110 pips, 120 pips. It's basically not tradable. And when you look at the euro dollar, for the week, it's 110 pips again, or so 120. So nothing very interesting. And by the way, none of the action was interesting. There weren't any really big moves. It's really a challenging week. Forex remains kind of just blah, and there's nothing we can do about it. All right. In terms of the U.S. stock market, here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market futures form. Now remember, Monday already happened because I'm recording this for Monday for the rest of the week. Monday did already happen, but we're kind of mid-range still for the rest of the last year. S&P cash literally down 0.9 on Monday, again with the world closed. No shocker there. NASDAQ 100 up just 17. That's a blip. On the NASDAQ. There's nothing to talk about there. The SOX closes up 56.96. Bouncing off the risk line of that 13 buy signal back there on the SOX, which is interesting, right? So you go up, you get the 13 buy signal, you bounce, then you never got a 9 the other way, but then you come back, you got a new 9 startup phase on the downside, but you bounce right off that risk line. Still very technical stuff. Biotech's down 120.96. The Russell 2000 loses 14.84. The crude oil down 41 cents. Gold down 5.2. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ negative 14.89. So more stocks down than up on Monday. On the New York, it was negative 842. More stocks down than up. NASDAQ volume on Monday, because remember, Europe's closed, so it was a holiday for most of the world because the Easter holiday in the U.S. is Friday. We're closed, but in the rest of the world, it's Monday. They're closed. 4.3 billion. That's the latest volume we've seen for quite a while here. But, again, should tick back up a little bit at least starting on Tuesday. The VIX closes down 53 cents at 22.17. Trend closes at 0.83, puts the 10-day moving average just above that. Remember, that big number did drop off. Ooh, what is that 10-day moving average? Hang on. Let's make sure we know what that was. 10-day moving average is still, it's 0.87, 0.88. Okay. So, yeah, we'd have to get some low readings to get it under 0.85, which is the sell signal on the market if it happens. Apple down 22 cents, like all these stocks except for a couple. Amazon was up 21.57. Most of these stocks didn't do anything all day today. Facebook up 59 cents. We got Google up 18.93. Goldman Sachs up $8.24. Netflix down $3.27. Peloton up 4 cents. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down 0.6. Again, these rates taking off. Tesla up. The rate hikes have to become. I would even think there's an intermediate rate hike coming, but we'll see what happens. Tesla up 19.29. Zoom down $4.57. The VXX closes up 32 cents. We got Bitcoin back over 30,000 after hitting 38,000 and change earlier in the day. The Dow was down 39. It was a waste of a day in the stock market, obviously. In terms of the intra-week action, so let's look at a couple things here. So the far right here is Monday again. The holiday of the rest of the world. So we're back and forth and we did nothing, kind of in the same range that we established earlier. What we really want to look at is what was last week like, because this is a weekly analysis, right? So you can see the prior Friday's close, gap down, pushed a little lower, closed down, gapped up a little bit on Tuesday, tried to push higher, never filled that gap, closed at the lows, closer to lows anyways. Wednesday was a flat opening, kind of a drift up. Thursday, small gap up, filled, went lower. Friday, I'm sorry, that's today. There was no Friday, that's today. And that's it. So it's not a very interesting story. Market has not been exciting, which is really weird when you think about the interest rate environment, the global supply chain issues, and the Ukrainian-Russian situation. Seems like it should be exciting here, and it's just not. So there's nothing else we can do about that. In terms of economic data, we've already passed Monday. Like I said, the bank holidays. Tuesday, housing starts and building permits here in the U.S. Wednesday, existing home sales at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Crude oil inventories at 10:30. Fed beige book at 2 p.m. Thursday, Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, unemployment claims, that's the weekly number here in the U.S. Consumer confidence out of Europe, natty gas here in the U.S. at 10:30. And then Friday, almost nothing out of the U.S. until you get to the flash manufacturing numbers at 9:45. So it's a light week for data. There's no Fed meetings. We are doing what we're doing. We're kind of in earnings season here. That's what we're starting. So just be careful. The core 10 days of earnings are on their way. And that's it. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Have a great trading week.